Welcome, 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 beautiful ladies. It's my pleasure to be here today again. And in today's video, we are going to discuss how you can increase your course sales. I'm just going to make sure I'm live in the Facebook group. I am streaming from my phone, so I will just check on my laptop. For those who are tuning in right now, give me a hashtag live if you're watching live. If you're watching the replay, simply give me a hashtag replay. And that would really help me to get this video in front of many more people, because I'm sure there are so many more people who would like to increase their course sales. We had a lot of people sign up for this event, I think over like 70 or 80 people. So that's really awesome. So yeah, again, in today's video, I'm going to bring to you 6 ways, 6 easy things you can actually do right now in order to increase your course sales. So as you can see in the description above, I'm not sure if I'm live. Can't find myself. Oh, there's people watching. I think I'm live. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Let me know where you're tuning in from. In the meantime, I'm looking for the comment section if I can find it. So just to let you know, for those who don't know me yet, I've been live quite a lot of times lately in this group. So my name is Dahmen. I'm an online course coach. I'm the founder of Online Course Talks, which is the online course conference online. It's like a summit, which is going to run by the end of the month. You can check it out. The link is in the description above. And I'm also a writer for Entrepreneur.com, which is a online magazine for online entrepreneurs. So you can check that out as well. I have a column there and I write a lot about online course creation, all sorts of different things, things to consider before you start, mistakes to avoid, do's and don'ts, how to sell more, how to establish an online course in the first place, and all of these things. You can go and check it out if you just Google Tina Dahmen and then entrepreneur. First thing what comes up is my column. All right. Hi, Heidi. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hi, Yvonne. Nice to have you guys here. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Would love to know. I still can't find the video actually in the Facebook group, because that way I could see your comments, because last time I didn't see them on my phone. I'll get started in just like 30 seconds, promise. And just want to make sure we can do this as a two-way communication, not just one way. I like to involve you guys as much as possible. So, past events, not here. Hi, nice. We've got slowly people tuning in, which is nice. Oh, nice. Maybe it just takes some time for it to show up. Oh, I have it actually saved somewhere else in my other helping women entrepreneurs folder. So for those who just tuning in, there's like people jumping on it now. Cool. I think maybe Facebook was a bit slow in notifying you guys all. So here's the link for the event. That's awesome. I will be with you in a second. I've got it in a sec. Cool. So for those who are tuning in right now, we are talking about 6 ways you can do, 6 easy tricks you can actually do right now. After this live video, you can get started already. I like to give you guys actionable tips, which are not out of this world, which you can implement quickly in order to increase your course sales. Hi, Tammy. Nice to have you here. Give me a hashtag live if you're watching live. Give me a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. So without further ado, we are just going to jump in. Today I'm talking about 6 things. Let's start with a small thing. Number 1, you have already created an online course, and now maybe you haven't validated your idea before. That's a complete different topic for another session. However, everyone could deal with 10, 20, or maybe 50 more sales per month, right? So how great would that be? Just think about it for a second. Put yourself in a state of mind and think about what would that be? What would that change for your business or for your life if you would just, let's just say 5. Let's take an easy low number. How much would that change your business? Let me know how much your course is priced in the comments below, so I can get a feel for you who is here and watching, and also share it with me so I can maybe assist you a little bit more. So let's say, hi Taylor, nice to have you here. So let's say if your course is priced at $997, that would be an extra $5,000 per month in your pocket. That actually sounds really doable, right? Isn't it? Let me know your prices in the comments below. How much is your course priced at this very moment? And you can also always play around with your prices. Of course, it doesn't have to stay always the way it is right now. So we don't make a decision, it stays forever. We experiment around a little bit with different price points, see what works and what doesn't. Remove what doesn't work and add more of what works, of course. Don't expect yourself everything to work out from the very first moment you do things, because that's just not the reality, okay? No matter how long you do things, no matter for how long you do things, you always learn after each launch, after each sale, after each round of students you have. You always learn more and you always adjust. You always refine your processes and your product, hopefully, in order to make it better, right? So the first point in order to sell more courses would just simply be to reach out to 10 new people a day who don't know about you, who don't know about your topic, who don't know about your course yet. It's just simply network online. We are all at home. Maybe some people are not anymore. Go out to networking events. Another option, but maybe not so much at the moment. And also what is super much more easy is to just reach out to 10 new people per day. That's very, very easy to do. You can do that on LinkedIn, you can do that on Facebook, and just start networking and chatting with people who haven't heard from you yet. Hey Chris, nice to have you here, and thank you so much for helping me out with this type thing the other day on this event. Hi Omira, is that right pronunciation? Good to have you guys here. So yes, for those who are just tuning in, we're talking about 6 points which can help you to increase your course sales. The first point was to reach out to 10 new people every single day. Do that for a month and see your business change. I promise you. You can talk to people about your Facebook group. You can talk to people about your freebie, and don't do that mistake and just drop your link to your course. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about spamming people with, oh, here, this is my product, right? Build a connection, build a proper connection, like build a real relationship with people. It's just like dating. Hi, Leah. Nice to have you here. It's just like dating, you know. You don't also go on a first date and ask your date, hey, do you want to get married now? How awkward would that be? And the first person who would run away would be you if someone would do that to you, right? And that goes the same with pitching or approaching people online. There's no difference. In fact, you just even need to be a bit more careful about it, because it's a little bit harder to build that human connection online rather than face to face. So the first point is reach out to 10 new people a day. Don't drop your links, because that's just spamming. Make a connection, get a feel for if people are actually interested in your topic, and lead with value. Try to help them with something they're struggling with right now. Give them 1 or 2 tips. I'm not saying give them like a free consultation session over the DMs, which is obviously ridiculous and nobody should do that. I don't know if people actually do that. So yeah, help them out, lead with value, make a real connection, and see if you can help them solve their problem. And then if the opportunity arises to invite them into your group, to drop your freebie, right, to give them a free cheat sheet about that topic, what they're struggling with right now, then you can promote it, then you can present it, which will then lead them into the funnel which you hopefully have set up. And so don't drop direct links to the courses. That's the whole point. Just lead with value, give freebies, give something away for free so people can get to know you and can get into your funnel, which leads me into point number 2. Do you have any questions around this topic for now? Just put the questions in the comments below. Let me know the prices of your courses as well in the comments below if you would like to share, and I will still try to find that video, my video on Facebook here. If not, I will always go back after the live. Then for some reason I will find it always after, and I will go back and answer the comments and questions after that. Cool. So which leads me into point number 2. So talking to 10 people and getting them into your funnel. Point number 2 is fix at least a small tiny thing in the flow of your funnel today which would move the needle the most. I say that again. Fix one thing in your funnel today which would move the needle the most. This could be anything from maybe the colors of your pop-up form. Maybe the wording is always very interesting and very important. go through the copy of your website and see the website where you're pitching your freebies, with the website where you're pitching your course, the website where you're trying to get people opt in for your webinar or cheat sheets and things like that. Think about the copy and see if you're actually really addressing their pain points properly. Are you actually speaking to your ideal customer on this landing page? Do you speak to them directly, or do you speak to everyone? Because if you speak to everyone, you're literally speaking to no one. Go through the copy, and it's the hardest thing in the world if you're not a copywriter, right? But it's very interesting, and it gives you so much opportunity to learn as well, to go through it. And again, it doesn't have to be fixed in the very first minute. You will over time learn more and more and more about your pain points, about the exact pain points of your customers. You will over time go back and forth always and adjust copy and change something and add something and remove something. So again, this doesn't happen overnight. You learn along the way, but this is a small thing you can actually do right now. After this live video, you can go immediately to your landing page and check anything in your funnel, what you could twist, what could potentially move the needle the most, because you don't want to attract the wrong people. That is what happens if you don't have the right copy on your website or in your opt-in form or anywhere else. You attract the wrong people, either people who are never going to spend with you, or people who are just not having the problems you're addressing on the landing page, and it can get really, really messy. So make sure your copy in your funnel is just one thing you could fix in your funnel, right? Make sure that is on point and you're actually directly speaking to your customer audience. Let me know in the comments below how many people actually have a landing page dedicated to their free resources. I have a full page where I list all my freebies. So if you go onto my website, which is tinadahmen.com, and then I have like a whole page dedicated just for freebies. So anytime I do like one of these promotions, online somewhere where I share, or if I'm going to a summit where I'm talking, I'm allowed to drop freebies. I just drop the entire link where I have tinadahmen.com/free resources, and then people can pick what kind of resource they're after. There's like, for example, I have a free Instagram, how to increase Instagram followers, or how to create your online course outline. Then I have a free challenge. Then I have a free summit. I have calls. I have different things, and people are in different stages in their journey, so they require different solutions to their problems. So let me know in the comments below how many people of you guys actually have a free resource page. This could be something you could be implementing today. That can take you up to an hour. You can set that hour aside and make it happen, right? Does it sound doable, ladies, so far? Let me know in the comments below if these tips and tricks are doable so far. It's pretty easy, right? So that was point number 2. Let's move on to point number 3. Look over your know, like, and trust email sequence and add more know, like, and trust content. What do I mean by that? So anyone who opts into your freebies, which we've just talked about, ideally would need to be triggered into like a sequence, which then starts to nurture your audience, and which then starts to like introduce yourself to them. You welcome them to your world. You establish that know, like, and trust factor through sharing your stories. Where did you start with this business? How did this all come about? Tell your epiphany story if you want. So like your aha moment, your light bulb moment, and then really share the story and try to make a connection, right? So that is the know, like, and trust email. Then you share your problems, where you were stuck. This is where you're meeting your customers right now. This is where they're stuck right now, ideally, if you're good with that, with copywriting, and if you're really nailing down your origin story, it's called. And then in that, know, like, and trust email sequence, which is usually between 3 and 5 emails, you nurture them every day. You share a little bit more about your story, and you share a little bit more what is in it for them? Why should they keep reading your stories? Why should they keep opening your emails? Maybe give away some other freebies and things like that. So the point number 3 is look over the know, like, and trust email sequence, which could add more of this know, like, and trust content. You can always improve that email sequence, and you could always like make it more relatable to them as well. So you don't have to, and always people think like they have to have like some sort of crazy story, which then, makes people go, oh, wow, she has been through this major obstacle and now she's there. And definitely you need to make them believe, because you have been stuck once and now you're there where they want to be, that they can be there too, that they can get there too, because you're kind of like leading by example. But here's the thing, your epiphany story, like your origin story, doesn't have to be this crazy thing. It doesn't have to be from major, oh, I almost died and this happened. Like that it's not necessary. I'm sure everyone, and I know everyone has an origin story and a little light bulb moment where they can, which they can share with the audience. So don't feel scared to write it really out and to implement your origin story into your know, like, and trust sequence. That could take you another hour. Easy to do today. Right? Let me know in the comments below if that makes sense and if you've got any questions about specifically email sequences or maybe the know, like, and trust factor. And that is what you do. Hi Liz, nice to have you here. That is what you do throughout your entire content, by the way. You always try to establish the know, like, and trust factor through different things, right? I have a content system where I go back so it's called the 7-pillar content system. We have a theme for each day. Inspire desire is, for example, one. Educate to dominate is another theme I stick to. Or qualification for consideration is, proof that you are the right person to learn from. Show other people's testimonials about you, reviews about you. Educate to dominate means teach them something, like I do right now, this live video, right? I'm teaching you something about how you can sell more courses because it's a problem so many course creators out there have. So I'm presenting a solution to something. I'm educating you about something, right? So that kind of like positions me a little bit as an authority, or it shows you I know what I'm talking about, right? Inspire desire is another content theme which you could implement into emails. For example, show them and see what is possible. Last week, for example, in this group, I was live and I talked about how to make your first 10K a month with online courses. So it's kind of like inspiring desire because I showed you what's possible and I really broke it down in the numbers. I gave you the exact numbers, how many courses you need to sell, at what price point, and how many challenges or webinars you need to run per week or per month in order to hit those 10Ks and so on. It's kind of like inspiring desire. So, and then there's more to the content themes, but maybe that's for another live video as well. Maybe next week. Let me know if you want to learn more about the content themes in the comments below, and I'll schedule it in for next week. Let's see. I haven't decided for the topic yet. Or if you want to learn something else, let me also know in the comments below because I go live here once a week. So that was point number 3. Look over your know, like, and trust email sequence and add more know, like, and trust content. Number 3. So, number 4, let's talk about launches. Set another date for your next launch already. Hi, Kim. Nice to have you here. Give me hashtag live if you're watching live. Give me hashtag replay if you're watching replay. That helps us with the algorithm boost and presents that video in front of more people. So please, I would very much appreciate if you can help out with that. Cool. So number 4, set another launch date already. Launches are amazing and can be quite busy as well. So other than it's different to running an evergreen challenge or evergreen webinar where money just comes in on autopilot when you have set up your online course correctly. Launches gives you a nice cash injection immediately, but it's also of course a lot of work depending on what you do. So I understand people can be a little bit hesitant about it, but work pays off, and with each launch you learn more and more. And how do you know how much to charge for your course? I will talk about that after I finish this. Great question, Anne. So after each launch, you will learn more and more. So go ahead and definitely watch, hi Tama, and definitely set your next launch date already, because if it's not scheduled, it will most likely not happen. So here's a little time frame on that. If you run a 5-day challenge, for example, which I do a lot of, then you can set aside 2 to 3 weeks before promotion period starts, 2.5 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, because otherwise people will maybe forget about your challenge. Is ideal promotion period, but it takes a lot of preparation work before that. So maybe start, if you can work on it full time, start 4 weeks to 5 weeks before that, preparing on it, so you don't feel stressed out on it. Set your launch date already, no matter what kind of like launch you choose, webinar or 5-day challenge. And if it's in the books, it will actually happen. You can do that right now, and it will really help you to increase your sales, your course sales. And don't get upset, don't get worried if maybe one launch flopped. Don't get discouraged, because that happens to all of us. Some launches of mine flopped, some other didn't, some were great. It's just a learning curve, really. And technology plays a role. Facebook plays a role. All of these things play a role, of course. There's many different factors to consider in. And you don't have to do all the things at the same time in one launch. You can just add one layer after the other each launch. The more confident you feel about each launch, and then the more layers you can add. Maybe ManyChat, maybe do some paid ads then in addition to that and things like that. So again, it doesn't have to be all the things at once. Just set a date and just do it already. Like, the only way to get better at it is to just do it. So that is point number 4. And to answer your question very briefly about how do you know how to charge for your course, I would highly suggest to go back to that video which I made last week in this group. Just put in a search bar my name and it should come up, how to make 10K a month. That's why I went a little bit deeper into pricing, but in a nutshell, it's more about it's about the transformation you're providing. It's not about the amount of content you providing, right? People think, there's this very common misconception about the more hours of video material I provide, or the more cheat sheets I provide and stuff like that, the more I can charge, which is not the case. So you should really charge how much the transformation is worth to your customer. I hope that answers a little bit your question, but again, definitely go back to the video from last week in this group. Just put my name in the search bar, Tina Dahmen, and it should come up. The title is how to make your first 10K a month. Was it that one or the video before? There's a few videos of mine. I just watched them. The answer is in more depth in there because I have 5 minutes left and I need to go through a few more points here. Cool. So 4 points so far. Talk to at least 10 people a day. Tell them about your stuff. Tell them about your mission, your vision, and what you do. Fix at least one small thing in the flow of your funnel. This can be anything from your opt-in form. This can be the copy on your landing page. Number 3, look over your know, like, and trust email sequence and add more like and trust content. Hi, Sandra. You're very welcome, Anne. And number 4, set another date for your next launch already. Without launching, you're not going to make money unless you have evergreen webinars and things like that set up. Number 5, reach out to at least 10 people who could potentially partner up with you and promote your products to their audience. This is an interesting one, and this is building actually an affiliate network, which I always encourage so much, because if ever anything happens to your Facebook account, like Facebook decides to shut down your ads account or your personal profile, which happened to me once on the day when I was running a challenge, they shut down my personal profile for an entire month. If any of these funny things happen, or you lose your Instagram, whatever it is, you still have your affiliates promoting stuff for you, right? So definitely reach out to at least 10 people today and see if you could partner up with them. And this could be you should really always choose the people who are complementary to your services. For example, my partners, I'm not choosing partners. So I'm an online course coach, right? My services are, I help people to create scalable online courses. So I don't go to other course coaches because that would be competition, right? Don't partner with the competition. Just find complementary people. Find people who blog, who sell blog services, because courses and blogging complement each other very well. Someone who has a blog, someone who has a course needs traffic, and you drive traffic through blogging. Someone who has a blog needs a way to monetize their blog, and you can do that through online courses, right? See how those two complement each other very, very well. And in this way, you can do that with many other things as well. Podcasting would be another source for me, for example. But find the complementary source which works for you, like what is complementary to your niche, to your industry, and then find people who are in that industry, reach out to them and see if you can partner up and see what happens from there. Do at least start with 10 people, follow up. And this takes a little bit of time to build relationship, to nurture this and things like that. But it's really, really helpful. And, gives you a bit of a backbone in case social media doesn't like you anymore and Facebook shuts down your accounts and things like that. So, so that is point number 5. Quickly, I'm running out of time. And do you use ClickFunnels? I don't use ClickFunnels. I use many other things, but not ClickFunnels. 6. I have a on my website there's a list of resources. I just actually wrote a blog of resources where you can the tools I'm using. I think, I don't know ClickFunnels that well, but it's kind of like, I kind of like never really was too interested because I already got all the other tools. Go onto this website. This is my website, and there under blog there is like a section with 27 tools, and then there's all the things I'm using, and it works really, really well. And ClickFunnels is kind of like expensive as well, I think, but maybe great. I've never used it, so I don't want to say anything wrong. Hi, Samantha. So let's move on to the last point. Find one thing you could improve in your online course to make it even better. So that is one thing also lots of course creators miss out on. It's always so important to keep enhancing, to keep refining, and to keep making your course content better, because only this way, only if you have a great product, you can keep making sales, because that way people will actually get to the transformation, to the end result they are desiring to have through your online course. And that way people give you reviews, and through reviews you get more sales. So that's another tiny little trick you can do today. Find one thing you could improve in your online course to make it even better. So I would challenge you today and pick one of those 6 things to go ahead and do today and see your business change. If you're very motivated, you can do all of the things, which I would also encourage you to do. You can do all the things. Because they don't take too much time, right? So yeah, and if you found this helpful, I just wanted to let you know I'm going to talk about many of these things, how to create, sell, market, and scale your online course myself as well in the upcoming online course conference, which we have coming up 29th of March. So the link is in the description above. It's called onlinecoursetalks.com. I'll just put the link as well, onlinecoursetalks.com, in the comments. I've invited over 35 speakers as well who are with me in this. I've already interviewed them. The conference is free. You can sign up today, and I will email you when it's time to come and join all of the sessions. And yeah, you will be learning from creating webinars, from increasing sales within the webinars as well, to how to sell via emails. Justina, she was on here last week. She comes and talks about that as well. Then we have Carolina sharing her experience on how she made 20K on an email list of 200 people, and many other topics like how you can utilize podcasts, how you can like the list is endless. There's over 35 different topics we are going to cover. You can find all the topics at onlinecoursetalks.com, and I would love to have you there. It's going to be an amazing event, and we have got great speakers. We've got great sponsors on board as well. You can get a 2 months free trial with Thinkific on their growth plan as well, pro plan, which is worth over $200, and many, many more things. So definitely I would highly encourage you to check it out. Go check it out. And yeah, my time is unfortunately up. I hope this was very helpful for you guys. I'll go back and check out more comments after this for people who catch the replay, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching, and it was my pleasure to host you today. Bye bye.